Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. Welcome to the premier alcohol review show here on YouTube. Now, I do appreciate, obviously, that there wasn't much in the way of content here in the last couple of weeks, so I do apologise about that. But last week I was in Scotland, so this weekend just gone by as of this episode coming out. I was just kind of recovering from all the travelling I was doing. And then the weekend before that, I was kind of preparing to go up to Scotland, and so again, I just didn't really have much time to do any content of any sort, really. So I thought, considering I have just returned back from the land of the Scots, very proud and very underappreciated people, I feel, who have done many great things in their history, I thought I'd bring back one of Scotland's greatest achievements, which is their most exported beer, Tennents Lager. Now, this is kind of, I feel, unfairly kind of sort of seen as being Scotland's equivalent to Carling. Personally, I feel like Tennent's is a little bit nicer than Carling, if I'm going to be flatly honest. But it's been a while since I've had it. Now, I got this in a 4-pack of these 440ml cans from a Sainsbury's in Scotland. It was for I think £4, which I think is pretty reasonable for like just a basic lager like this. And it says on the back here, brewed by Tennent Caledonian Breweries UK Limited. They're based out of Glasgow. They're represented by a company in Ireland as well. It does contain barley and wheat, so be careful of that if you are allergic to those nutrients. Refreshingly crisp lager, brewed in Glasgow, Scotland since 1885. It's 4% alcohol volume, and I think for £1 per can that's pretty damn reasonable in all fairness. I will say, while I do like the simplicity of like the black and white against each other on the design of the can of Carling, I also really like the slightly more expressive but at the same time equally simple design of mixture and colour on the can of Tennent's here. The mixture of the red tea against like that crispy amber gold beer colour is actually quite a nice design, and it's definitely a lot more expressive than I feel like a lot of mainstream lagers are. So yeah, good solid sort of 8 out of 10 for the design of the can there. Yeah, I'll give it a quick snifter to see what my first impressions are like. It's been actually quite a while, I think, since I've just done a mainstream sort of like simple mass lager like this, so I'm actually interested to see what this is like. Definitely has a nicer nose than Carling, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely smells nicer. Sort of like slightly crisp, not quite as like floral as like something like Kronenberg, but definitely a really nice crisp, light, refreshing barley beer flavour to the nose there. So that's really good. Yeah, really, really like that. That's might even go as far as a 9 out of 10 for the smell. It's really refreshing, actually. But I have ourselves a quick palate cleanser. Actually, before we taste it, I just noticed there's more text on the back here. Scotland is a nation famed for its creativity and innovation, and when you think of great Scots, the story of Hugh Tennent is an extraordinary one. A young Hugh Tennent discovered Pilsner-style beer in Bavaria and returned to pioneer the launch of Tennents Lager in 1885, believed to be the UK's first lager. Today, the Tennents Lager recipe remains true to the one introduced by Hugh more than 130 years ago using 100% Scottish barley, the finest Heracles hops, and the fresh use of water from Loch Katrine, meaning your beer comes from around the corner, but not from around the world. It's quite simply Scotland's favourite beer. If any Scots in the comment section can comment on that in particular, I would like to hear it. But anyways, on to the most important part of the episode, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. So to everyone at home, bottoms up, and have a great weekend ahead, and happy Pride Month, everyone. Okay, I definitely prefer the flavour of this than Carling. That's for damn sure. Not quite, definitely not on the same level as like something like Peroni or Mythos, or definitely not on the same level as. And I feel like, even though it's probably kind of seen as a similar beer in a sense of its like reputation, I feel like I also prefer Cellar a bit as well. Bottled Kronenberg is definitely much nicer, but I will say that this is one of the nicer canned sort of like mainstream European lagers out there. The canned version of this, I will say, is better than the canned version of either Carling, Kronenberg, or Amstel. So it's definitely got that going for it. It's a really crisp, light, refreshing taste. Almost a bit hazy and wheatish, kind of like the Bavarian beers it mentioned on the back there that Hugh Tennent was influenced by. In fact, yeah, if I could kind of explain this as like a comparison between two drinks, I'd probably most closely explain it as a cross between a British, or more, I guess more accurately, a Scottish light crisp lager and a German wheat-based Weissbier. That's really what this most closely resembles. It's got like a really like crisp lagery texture and taste to it, but also sort of like a slightly minutely sweet, hazy kind of aftertone to it that's actually really complementing that light crisp flavour. So yeah, I really like this. It's definitely a lot nicer than Carling. It's a hell of a lot nicer than Foster's, God's sake, whatever that was. But I'd say it's slightly better than Amstel. But I'd say I'd still probably prefer, in terms of European lagers, like Peroni, Birra Moretti, Mythos, probably San Miguel as well. But as far as things go, this is really damn good stuff. Very respectable. Probably give it a good, like, probably decent, respectable 6 out of 10. 6.25 out of 10. So yeah, probably around the region of 6 to 6.25 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair for a beer like this. But yeah, no, it earns that score respectably. I know it's not a super high scoreline, but I feel like I respect this, and I feel it's earned that scoreline very respectably. But yeah, very pleased with this. But yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to check out anything else I do online, I'll leave the links to all that in the video description down below as well. But until next time, have fun, stay safe with whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, take a mask with you to the shops, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye bye for now.